Hey, what's up? Hey, what's up, everybody? This is King from the Just Joking podcast. We're tapping in with you with another new video. Came across this video. I got my main man, Joe, right over here. Joe, 2026 is already starting out interesting, but the video that I'm going to show us today, it's a legal video. It's something that happened, and I think that there are some lessons here. I've looked at the video. You hadn't seen it yet.
Yes. So as always, I come in fresh.
Yep. So let's just jump right into it, man. And I want you to tell me what you think about this.
Let's do it.
Have you ever used Snapchat?
No. I mean, I'm familiar with it. I know what it is. I know what it does, but I've never used it.
Okay. I have Snapchat, but even I'm unfamiliar with how to use it. I consider myself like a novice Snapchat user.
Yeah.
But take a look at what happened with this case.
On January 29, 2025 in Washington, Illinois, deputies responded to an elementary school after a student teacher made a concerning comment on social media that was reported to authorities.
How are you?
Good.
Good.
That's recording, just so you know.
All right.
I got a detective coming in. That's what's sitting there.
I'm going to put you guys in a room right across from Josh's office.
Okay.
And then I'm just going to go get her. I'm going to get Kathy and her and tell them I need help carrying something.
Okay. If she has anything with her,
Yes.
I got to have that phone right
Yeah.
away.
Yeah.
If she got a purse or anything,
Yeah.
I'll take that also.
Okay.
So
she won't
okay.
be any wiser.
She looks very young in the picture.
She is very young. Yeah.
All right. So to give a little bit of a setup here, a teaching assistant at a school made a comment on Snapchat directly to like a private group per se. Well, she's about to find out something that not a lot of people knew about if you say certain things on some of these apps. I'm going to fast forward a bit where they bring her out and talk about what's going on.
So, if you don't mind that, let's see if they send it to my work. Here we go. Oh, here she is. Hello. Hi, I'm Deputy Sean with the Sheriff's Office. Do you happen to have your phone on you?
I do, yes.
Okay, do you want to hand that to me, please?
Yes.
Okay. The reason we're in contact. Anything else?
Why'd you make that face, Joe? Why'd you make that face?
He doesn't have the right to just, I mean, can they legally just be like, give me your phone? Like, I'm not a cop. So it's one of those things where I'm just like, that just feels like an invasion. He didn't even tell her what she's in there for. Just walks in and just immediately cuts her off from the doorway. Notice that?
Yeah.
He positions himself.
Oh,
between her
I didn't
and the
even catch
doorway.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, which is an aggressive stance to immediately take.
Uh-huh.
And then it's just like, do you have your phone? Yeah, I'm going to need that. It's like, hold up. Who are you? And what's going on?
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you. And she's just I'm just a cooperating, Nancy over here. Let me just hand you my phone, even though I don't know what's going on. And it's the way he phrased it too, right? He phrased it almost kind of like you're going to do this, but you don't know it yet.
Mm-hmm.
On you, if you wouldn't mind just lifting up you got any weapons on you?
No.
Okay. All right.
She is.
The reason we're here
panicking.
is, have you been on Snapchat earlier today?
Yes, I was, yeah.
Okay. And
Keep your
I
hands
said,
out
well,
of your
I'll go get
pockets.
some stuff first while we, hold off for a second.
sure.
If you want to hold that, I'll go grab it.
If I put my hands back in my pocket, do you think that that's going to fly?
They'd have you up against the wall, hands on the wall. Right.
Yep.
No.
I don't got the warning right.
Okay. You can have it.
All right. All right, get up here. So, like I said, I'm introduce you. Let's be Dr. Robinson. Like I said, I'm Deputy Schellenberger. I do want to go and just read your rights here real quick, okay?
Okay.
You know,
No,
okay. You have the right to remain silent. You give up that right to remain silent. Anything you do can say will be used against you in court. You have the right to speak to an attorney. Whatever your choice before questioning, have the attorney present during questioning. If you cannot afford an attorney, one will be appointed for you by the court prior to any question if you do see so. You understand each of these rights that I've explained to you? Having in mind you understand that you have the right and you're willing to talk to us. Okay.
So they read her what's called her Miranda rights. Now, in reading those rights, they asked her at the end of it, do you understand these rights? She said yes. And then she says, do you want to talk to us? She said yes. Joe, what do you think about that?
I mean, that seems pretty standard. Was there something I missed in that detail?
No, I'm just, if
'Cause,
you're
I mean,
being
once
read
she-
your Miranda rights,
It sounds like you're being charged with something.
yeah,
Or
like
arrested. Yeah.
exactly. So it's like you should understand that at that point, you should shut the F up.
I mean, there's a reason they think you need to be read your Miranda rights. If
Yes.
they're
Now,
just talking to you, they're just talking to you.
exactly.
Yeah.
The Miranda rights were established by the U.S. Supreme Court in a landmark case of Miranda versus Arizona in 1966. And it's designed to protect a suspect's Fifth Amendment right against self-incrimination and the Sixth Amendment right to counsel. So at the moment that a cop is reading you your Miranda rights, and then they follow that up with that in mind, would you like to speak to us? What's the right answer, Joe?
Nope. Well, get a lawyer first off, because you don't know what they're going to ask you. I mean, she's not downtown; she's in the school.
At the school right now. Yep.
Yeah, this is. I don't know. All right, go ahead.
Perfect. So we got a call about a snap. So did you happen to make one today?
I did, yeah.
And what did you say in the snap?
I sent a lot of snaps back and forth. I don't
Okay.
know really what this
Which
is
one
about.
specifically?
Okay. How about school today? Anything about school today?
I mean, it's a lot about school. I don't know.
So I guess the other question then, who are you sending them on your wall or whatever it's called, or you send it to someone specifically?
I didn't post anything today, if that's what you're, but no.
Okay. Did you send the things to people
I
today?
send like snaps to like my roommate and my
Okay.
boyfriend. That's
Okay.
it.
Oh,
So
so
you
you
made a
know who the
boyfriend?
snitches are.
Go ahead.
Or my boyfriend, it was about
Maybe.
like plans later today.
Okay.
And then my roommate was having an anxiety attack today, so I was talking to her.
Okay.
I'm trying to think. I mean, the last thing I was texting was my roommate during our lunch break because she wasn't doing well, and then my boyfriend, like what the plans were.
That poor thing. I know
I-
she's going through some adrenaline right now. That is
I'm
the
allowed
worst
to take
feeling.
pictures of the kids.
Yeah. And see, I don't believe she thinks she did anything wrong, which is why she's willing to just sit down and just cooperate and just talk.
Yeah.
And
So
she-
I don't know what was said. So I'm still in suspense. Like,
they are about to get to it.
I bet they are.
My supervisor from ISU said take as many pictures as you can. So I take pictures of the kids. I took a picture of one kid because I always tell stories about it.
Yeah.
So I have that saved. I can delete it if you want, but I do have a picture of one of the students, but I keep it for like my safe keepings of the kids.
How about did any of the kids kind of make you mad today?
No.
Nothing about your computer or anything like that?
I had a lesson plan and one of the kids turned off my computer on my lesson plan. And I was like, oh, dang. But I never get mad with the kids ever.
What did you snap after that? Did you send out?
No.
Nothing at all?
No.
Yeah, I mean,
What? I'm so confused.
so what I'm going to show you is the snap we received.
Okay, so here comes the
Here it
big
comes.
reveal.
Okay.
That is you, correct?
Oh, yes. But, okay, yes. This was a joke, though, but yes.
Who did you send that to?
That was just just to, 3 people.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who would be the 3 people?
It was like a not a private story, but like a private. Like there's only like 3 people on there. But yeah, I'm realizing that was a bad joke. That was a bad joke.
Who are the 3 people?
My boyfriend, my roommates.
2 roommates?
Yeah, I have 2 roommates.
What is it?
Oh, you know.
So you're saying you did this, but you did it as a joke?
It was as a joke, and it was only to 3 people. I'm realizing now that it was stupid. And
You're not gonna talk your way out of this, but
I did not mean it at like serious at all. Like I'm not a violent person. You can ask any of the teachers. I'm very calm.
I think they're about to say it.
But I was working on a lesson plan, and she turned it off, and I was like, "Bro, come on!" But it
Bro.
wasn't meant to be violence in any way.
Do you have any weapons in any of the
No,
bags?
you guys can check
Don't search
anything.
them.
I have a backpack too. I know she had it. Or yeah, it's right there.
You
So
can
she's-
check everything.
Do you want to do a written statement about this, or?
I was gonna ask, like, do you know what's gonna happen?
Well, I'm going to call our supervisor here as soon as I was going to wait for the kids at least because they leave right now, right? So I'm going to step out and talk to him real quick. If you like to write, which happened with this, or it's up to you. When you told us that it was a joke, but it could be bad. I mean,
I
like,
know. Yeah.
so
That's brutal,
It's up to
man.
you.
I still don't know what to say.
Quick,
So they
what's
had-
up? I'll talk to you for a second.
okay.
Can I talk to you for a
You
second?
got her phone? Or no? Okay.
Yeah, don't leave the evidence on the table. Delete it. I don't know what you're talking
We're
about.
gonna do see if we can do a consent to search form for her phone.
Okay.
So we're gonna have to go.
Okay.
Ask Harvey about that.
Okay,
We can
alright.
talk to him.
Yeah, hold that then. So I think I actually have that phone sitting on the desk there.
Okay, cool. Thanks.
Give you
So
her
they said a
phone,
consent to search form so that they don't have to get a
but a
warrant.
search warrant. Yep. If she
Okay,
signs
so
that,
I'm gonna be honest
that
with you.
consent,
Um,
just look through it.
Mhm.
All right, here we go. Here we go.
This is a serious offense, okay?
I know.
How we got it was the FBI, okay?
Oh, okay.
So, I mean, you did say shoot
Yeah.
student, and so you are going to go with us, okay? I do got to process you. You're going to have to stay the night in jail, okay?
Shit.
So she's a teacher's assistant, and on Snapchat, in a private group between her roommates and her boyfriend, she said something to the effect of, "I'm going to skitty pop one of these kids."
Mm.
Now, for YouTube, I'm not going to
Yeah,
fully
yeah, obviously.
say what
Yeah.
it was, but she said, "I'm going to pow one of these
Mm.
damn kids." And it
Mm.
wasn't that any of the people in the group reported it. Snapchat sent it
Oh,
over to
that's
the
right.
FBI. Think about that.
Yeah.
Now, I'm going to take this off the screen for a second. Joe, I thought that people use Snapchat because Snapchat was supposed to be one of those things that it's like it's encrypted and it's protected and you can send whatever you want because
Mhm.
nobody's going to be reading these, or you've got protection against it being read and things like that. But what did
No
we
such
just learn
thing.
here?
There's no such thing.
There is
no such thing.
such thing. Now, I don't know in your prior job in the military when you worked with Commo and Comms, did you have to do the SIPR stuff as well?
Yeah.
Okay,
All the
so
secure
you
stuff. Yeah.
Yep, so you and I are real familiar with how the military uses encryption and things like that when you have to use classified information and things like that. So
But on top of the encryption, there's also monitoring of
yes,
anything and everything you use on the network.
yes,
So
yep.
it's like a triple layer of security.
Exactly. And what people need to understand is that unless you're in a clean room, like right now, I've got 2 cell phones next to me. We're on this camera and
Yep.
things like that. Smart TVs have microphones and
Everything
stuff
got a
in them now.
microphone.
You
Yeah.
just have to assume that anything that you send out can be intercepted and monitored and checked.
My FBI guy Jeff knows all about me.
Yeah.
My secret shopper, my listener.
Hey, FBI Jeff.
Everybody, hey Jeff, how you doing? I send him flowers, chocolates every once in a while.
A birthday card annually. Absolutely,
Jeff.
man. People need to understand, like if you're out here sending nudes or if you're out here trying to plot and plan against certain
Everything's
things,
monitored.
it's monitored, people.
Yeah.
Understand.
I think it's going all the way back to the Patriot Act back in the mid 90s. I
Mm.
mean, It was so broad sweeping that they made movies about how unsecure they felt with this new level of security.
Mhm.
I mean, it's hard not to look at those movies and be like, kind of feels like that's real, you know?
Exactly.
But also, too, the networks that you're on also have monitoring. Prime example is a few years ago, there was a young gentleman on an airplane using the airport Wi-Fi.
Mhm.
And he said something about a BO, you know, the you know,
Yeah.
yeah. And they removed him from the flight. They exited everybody off the aircraft. They did a bunch of, because it's just immediately flagged on the network.
Wow.
And so, and the thing about Snapchat is Snapchat's original design, the reason why people like me didn't use it is because the immediate impression is this is designed for liars, cheaters, and people up to no good.
Mm.
Because your stuff is private, it can't be photographed, it can't be copied, it can't be forwarded initially.
Yeah.
And the concern from parents and then legislators were that this needs to be at least monitored so that something like that can't happen. Because the first thing you think about is adults with children. Not going to use the word, but you know what I mean.
Yes. Yes.
So, and its evolution has proven that at least some of it is working. But
Oh,
yeah, nothing you do is private online. I mean, I mention a new sofa, and Meta starts pushing ads for Ashley Furniture and other things like that. It's just they are all active listeners.
Yep. Before I even looked at anything for this trip that I'm taking, I was talking about it. Next thing I know, I'm getting filled with ads for Viator, which are one of the leading companies where you could buy experiences and things like that. And I'm just like, it's listening. So for those of y'all that think that, oh, I'm a Snapchat that hoe or whatever it is that you want to get out there and do, it's being monitored. If you're ever thinking about running for office anytime soon, the stuff that you're putting out there on your cell phones can come back to bite you in the ass.
Funny stuff is that your junk is most likely in an FBI database.
How do you think that they would index that?
AI. Oh, this is this phone number and this person because they could associate it with your social media, and it would just cross-reference everything. There's a whole dossier of your junk in their file filters right now.
Hey.
And think about it like this. Think about it like this, right? Think about it like this. They made the jokes. People made jokes. Comedians made jokes about Michael Jackson and kids back in the day, and being able to identify that stuff. Now, if your thing showed up online in any form or fashion and they had proof or evidence of it afterwards, they could be like, look, are these two images the same? and you're going to jail. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200.
Man.
And all because it's so easily cross-referenceable online now that all the stuff that you share on social can be cross-referenced by an algorithm or an AI. They can map your entire body. If you popped up on a security cam somewhere, they can check the measurements of your body to see if, you know what I mean? They can do all the technology is insane. We're in the world of Blade Runner. It's Yep. It might sound conspiratorial, but it's
no, I think that is true. Now, I can imagine that they have it indexed. Soft 0 to 3 is in this folder. 4 to 6 soft is in this one. 7 and above is over here soft. And then there's the now on the hard side. All right.
Awful.
This is crazy.
I know.
It is super
I did not
crazy.
mean it to get to this
I know.
far. Like, this is insane.
But how today is,
she loses her job.
if we said it, I believe you. And
I know.
It's tough. I'm gonna be honest. Like I said, we were going with what we saw, and so we have to respond that way. And okay, so if you would like, you want to get on the whole key area. So
Gosh,
that was a joke. You thought it was only being sent to 3 people, but And it wasn't your, how would you say you were with him actually? It wasn't, were you mad at the kid or were you just trying to be funny when you did that?
Like the pose?
Yeah.
It was just a funny pose.
Okay,
I wasn't even mad.
Yeah.
Like, I wasn't even mad. That's
I know.
why
I mean,
I'm
I've
more mad
made
at myself right now.
jokes like that,
like-
but never
Like, do I have
about a
court
specific-
hearing?
So that's what will happen is the state attorney
Like, will
will,
I eventually get let out?
yeah, so what
I don't
happens
know,
tomorrow
guys.
then is that they're going to review my report.
Okay.
And they'll say, yes,
I can look at her and I can tell you she doesn't either.
bond, or she can stay, or something like that. That's what. So, and that's up to the state attorney's office in the morning.
All right, so we're going to do a little bit.
You can go ahead. Yeah, I don't want to step on
Hey,
your toes.
it's
And
me.
here comes the
I'm
waterworks.
at school right now, and
I mean, wouldn't
I
you?
made a stupid post on Snapchat.
Going to
and
jail.
It was a joke. It was fully a joke. It was so stupid.
The way she
And now,
described it.
somehow the cops came and they found me. And they
Found me?
too.
Criminal
They're taking me to
mastermind.
Pekin. I wish this was a joke. I really do. I'm so scared. They're taking
mean,
me to
I believe
Pekin.
her.
So I need you to meet me out in
I believe in
Pekin.
she's very,
Pekin
very
jail.
scared.
Pekin County
She's
jail.
about to
I
sleep
need
on
you
the
to meet
bottom
me there.
bunk.
I don't know what. It was just a joke. It was a stupid Snapchat. And now it's got I am so sorry. I don't know what to do.
That's awful. I shouldn't be laughing.
Pekin County
But
jail.
Tazewell County.
Pekin County jail. They're making me spend the night. I'm such an idiot.
who's she called? Her mom?
Oh, that was her mom. Yeah. She actually to make a phone call to her mom.
And the other one said they lined up a ride, so they
All right, so it pretty much ends right here.
Yeah.
And on the video, they talk about how she was going to be booked and things like that. And I'm gonna take this off the
Mm.
screen. So I did do some follow-up. Let me stop sharing. I did do some follow-up. Now, I used AI, speaking of AI, to try to see if there was an update on the case because this occurred January of 25.
Oh.
Now, I
Ooh.
checked the court records, and some states are real good about searching for court records and things like that.
Yeah.
Like if you get arrested, not arrested, but charged with something here in Maryland, it's an easy search. But and in the state that she was in, which it was Chicago, was Illinois, I believe. Let me double check and go back here. It was in not Washington, it was Washington County. Tazewell County, I think was while I take and look this up. Yeah, it was Virginia. No, I'm sorry. I went to county records, couldn't find anything, nothing.
Really?
I mean, it was like it did not exist. And I tried another court case search with her name. Her name was Catherine Volpe, and nothing. So I don't believe that she got charged with anything, and it was almost like it just went away.
Or
Now I
sealed
did.
documents so that, like, let's say this went to a full court proceeding. They sealed the documents afterwards because the judge felt that maybe she was a first-time offender. She very clearly didn't mean it. She was very apologetic. She was of a very specific persuasion. And it's like, we don't want to ruin your career.
Mhm.
So we're just going to tie this up real nice and put it away, and nobody's going to see it.
Yep. Now she did get let go. She was let go immediately, and I think that the school had to do some due diligence because whether she meant it that way or not, right? I am a parent who has a child in academics,
Yeah.
and if a teacher were to say that you have to treat it in a manner of joking or not, you can't do that. Like because
Like-
of your profession, you
Yeah.
can't do that.
Yeah. Well, first off, I'd never make a joke like that about work because holy crap, like that is a fear in the workforce. Not to mention, let's take a moment to really look at this. She is in a school in America where this happens a lot.
Unfortunately.
You cannot make a joke like that. It
Yep.
doesn't really matter. And the thing about it too, so like depending on if they did seal the document or if they didn't even take it to trial, both of those things are problematic because
How's that?
If they didn't take it to court, they didn't take it seriously enough, which based off of historical shootings in schools, you got to take every single bit of it seriously.
Okay.
So it should go to trial. Second of all, if it gets sealed away, I feel again like you're not taking it seriously enough. You know, you set a precedent that people can just say these things, and then at what point does it become like Crying Wolf, and anybody can get away with making this joke now in a school?
Yes, that was going to be my main point. I think too many times people will say things not fully understanding what those consequences are because they've never been held accountable for anything in their fucking life.
That seems to be an across the board problem these days.
Because I'm gonna say something. My ass has been held accountable for everything that I've done, small or big. So I understand.
Not to mention the assumption of accountability on your behalf. You know what I mean? Like, it is just an assumed you did something wrong based off of your profile. You know what I mean? There's people who get to go around life and never have to feel like they're being assumed of guilt.
I wish
that doesn't feel good.
Like, I wish I knew what that was like. Man,
so it never happened to me because of my profile, but it happened to me based off of association where I lived growing up. Just growing up in the same kind of place where other people were profiled, it was very easy to just get rolled up with everybody else. I had been collected up in things just because of my proximity to it. So I saw it happening. But this, I can just, people don't come at me like, give me your phone. You know what I mean? Like,
so look, for the viewers out there, Joe and I are not legal experts, but what we do know is this: the right to remain silent. What did Dave Chappelle say? 1, 2, 3, 4. Feel. Use it. It is important. You need to understand that at that point, the law enforcement officers or people that are there, they are not your friends. I do believe, and I'm going to say this, but it's tricky, so I almost don't want to say it. But a level of cooperation can help if it's documented and it can be seen. I think I'm not saying this in a very naive way, because when I was in the military, there was something that happened that I wasn't a direct witness of, but because I was there and they called me, I said, you know what? They have some type of information. Now, looking back at it, I helped myself, but it still wasn't the smart thing to do. I ended up, there was something that happened to somebody, and I was at a party, underage. It was at a permanent party place when I was at tech school. So for those of y'all that aren't military, you don't mix permanent party and tech school. It's against like the rules.
Fraternization.
It's like fraternization when you're in training. You just don't do it. But so I was strike 1, underage drinking, strike 2, at a place fraternizing that I shouldn't have been. And something happened. So when OSI, the Office of Special Investigation, called me in, I said, you know what? I'm going to admit that I was there, obviously, because my name's been brought up.
They probably know. Yeah.
I'm going to admit that I had been drinking, but I didn't know what it was about. I had no idea. So kind of like how that young lady walked into there, she's being asked questions, and she was like, she was kind of deer in the headlights. That's how, I mean, it's interrogation tactic 101, stuff that I know now, but I didn't know then. And I ended up admitting to underage drinking, and I ended up admitting to being there. But when they got to some of the other serious things that was going on, I'm like, oh, I have nothing about that, because I was 10 sheets into the wind at that point.
Gone.
And because of that, the hammer did not get brought down on me versus the other people that lied and was like, I wasn't there. And I also didn't snitch on anybody else. They were like, who else was there? I was like, I have no idea.
No idea. That's their business to tell.
I was like, I got there. I started drinking. I passed out because I had way too much. Anybody else who was there, I don't know. They was like, how'd you get home? I was like, that I didn't know either.
I
Because here's the thing. That was truthful. I didn't know how I got home. Now I found out well after the fact. It took 6 people to get me from the
Your
third
big
floor of a
ass.
place over here to another place. And see,
Yep.
I was a lot slimmer and smaller then,
I know,
but I
I
was
know.
muscular because I was playing football and I was hitting the weights all the time. So I was 5'7", 225, like muscle.
God
And
dang.
it took 6 people to get me from the third floor of this building all the way to the other side of the base that I was doing training on. So in that way, I can say a measure of cooperation can help. But with the
Yeah.
little that I know about law now, if you want to help your defense attorney help you out, the less you say, the better in the long run.
So I agree with that. I agree that cooperation is a helpful thing. Makes
Okay.
the cops' lives easier. But that isn't always in your favor,
Correct.
you know? So
That's why I said I was hesitant to say that.
And
It
my
doesn't
thing-
always end up working out for you.
and cooperation usually comes from the assumption of innocence.
Mhm.
I'm innocent, I'll cooperate. The
But even
cops
that's
say it all the
dangerous.
time on TV and in the movies. I don't know how true it actually is. I've never been inside a station, so I'm going to try to keep doing that. But the simple fact of the matter is cooperation is not an indicator of anything.
Correct.
The cooperation could simply be you think you got away with it. You think, you know what I mean? The cop's
Mhm.
not going to assume because you're cooperating. They're going to tell you to cooperate because it makes their job easier.
Correct.
Simple fact of the matter is you should have legal representation to protect you, because I'm not saying cops are bad, but if they find a piece of evidence that's out of context, but it looks like it's your fault, you're going to get hit.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you need a lawyer that's like, no, that's out of context. There's no way that this, but the cop's like, look, I got this wonderful piece of pie that points directly at you. So you're going to jail, you know, and the lawyer be like, not so fast.
Yep.
But you might open up your mouth that makes them think as an association. Always, always, always protect yourself. I mean, it's tough when a person has never been arrested before, has never been questioned by police before. We're coming from a place of, we experienced a lot of this based off of other people in the military while we were serving.
Mm-hmm.
Now, military law and civilian law are different.
Correct.
There's no, I get a lawyer when the MPs are questioning me. They can put me in cuffs, put me in the stocks, and I have to wait until they decide I can leave. They can do that. It's little different. It's a little different, but not by much.
Okay.
If there's an assumption of guilt, they have to prove you're not guilty. I've seen people just be at the wrong place at the wrong time, get hemmed up by the MPs, brought to the station, and then they find out that the person wasn't guilty of anything. They were just in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Oh wow.
But they have to navigate an evolving situation without the same laws or the same restrictions
Yes.
as civilian law.
Yes, because civilian law, you have what's called civil rights.
Right.
So
not in the military, not really.
Great. Now, it is great that you made that distinction.
Yeah.
Because it should be understood for those of y'all that are watching that are outside the military, the cops aren't also going to be instructing you on what your civil rights are. Because what Joe said earlier applies. Their job, it's not their job to make it easier on you. It's their job to enforce the law, and they're going to do it. Yeah. Try to do it by any legal means necessary. Yeah. They don't always do it correct or right, but there are, like, for example, I forget exactly what the case law is. They can lie to you and tell you that, they got fingerprints and this, that, to try to get a confession or get you to admit something, because anything you say can and will be used in a court of law when they actually don't have fingerprints. Now, there are things that they can't do, like with the lady in the video, they can't just search through your phone without a warrant
or written consent.
Or written consent. You gave them consent
real fast. They took it real fast. She could have just went deleted. I mean, they already had the copy. So, but
but I think that you would need that because, this is why law is interesting.
it's murky.
Because if Snapchat said that they had it from their server side, but you don't have it in your phone
No,
because
that's
you deleted it, like
digital evidence is digital evidence. Forensics would find that and be like, yeah, look, it's in the database. They very clearly flagged it. They copied it. There's no not misrepresentation, but there's no modifying or editing of the original file or the data. Your host, because they very specifically will partner with law enforcement in moments like that, so that there's goodwill between law enforcement and these companies.
Yeah.
So when their names get brought up on the Hill for legislation, they can say, look, we've worked with law enforcement. We've had, and they'll bust out metrics. They'll say, we've had this many cases. We've assisted law enforcement. We've had this many red flags or potential things that we worked with law enforcement to ensure did not happen. Because this is a case study. This will just be something where they said, hey, look, teacher made a threat. They don't care if it was a threat. They don't know it was a joke. They don't have to know. They don't have to care. They can report that metric, those facts, as they are represented on the digital spectrum. So you can just be like, look, she threatened. We sent it to law enforcement. We win. You know what I mean?
Yep. All right. So to close out, here's what I got. Look here. If you are going to say something and do dirt, don't do it using technology. Say it in person so that there is no ways that it is being captured. And also, you have the right to remain silent. Use it. Joe, do you have anything to close us out with?
I will. Bring me up to the front. So I would say from the Barak School of Law, if you're going to say something stupid, say it with your chest. And first off, don't say something stupid. Don't make comments like that online, especially in 2026. You're naive if you think anything you say is freedom of speech. It's not. You're not free of consequence. And nothing you say online is subject to the same freedom of speech you think you have. Everything online is monitored. Every service and platform that you're on has a terms of service. And if you say something absurd like that, it's against the terms of service. They have recorded you. They have sent it to the FBI or the police, and they will be knocking on your door. If you want to end up on a list, that's how you get on a list.
All right. So from the Just Joking podcast, I'm King.
And I'm Joe.
And we back, y'all. Peace.